If you've begun searching for information on buying your first home, you are likely one of those many individuals who wonder if you qualify for being a first-time home buyer. Today, I'm sharing my guide to first-time home buying programs, and we're starting right now. Welcome back to another episode of Your Wichita Falls. Hi y'all, I'm Debbie Dobbins, real estate entrepreneur here in Wichita Falls, Texas. And on this channel, we talk about how to live your best life in Wichita Falls, Texas. So if you want to know more about all things Wichita Falls, lifestyle, real estate, or anything in between, please subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so that you'll be notified each Monday when we upload a new video. So the very first thing we have to do is clear up the misconceptions of what a first-time homebuyer program is. Just that phrase, first-time homebuyer, is a little bit like Kleenex. It's a phrase used for all facial tissue. Kleenex, that is. So when you use the word Kleenex and you're using generic facial tissue, it just means that you're using facial tissue. And the term first-time homebuyer is usually used just like that. There are many brands, and not all of them are what you think they are. There are as many of these first-time homebuyer programs as there are types of facial tissue. Some good and more not so good. I would say 90% of potential first-time homebuyers have a generic idea of what a first-time homebuyer program is. So let's clear that up first. Generally, when a new buyer asks me if they qualify as a first-time home buyer, what they are actually asking is there a way for me to buy a home with little or no money down? Because at the end of the day, most first-time home buyers would like to believe that you can get into a home for little or nothing. Well, free is always better than not free, right? Well, the answer is more complicated than a simple yes or no. And as the saying goes, there are no free lunches. The bottom line is that a first-time home buyer program is technically a type of down payment and closing cost assistance program that comes with a lot of strings. It sounds fantastic in theory, but the problem is that these varied down payment assistance programs cost you big, and they are very difficult to qualify for. Not only are they difficult to qualify for, these down payment assistance programs are not always a wise financial decision, especially as a first-time home buyer. There are a number of reasons to avoid them, including they are challenging to qualify for. You have to meet every little box and check it off. The property must also qualify in most instances, and the interest rates are generally higher, and there's oftentimes an additional mortgage attached to your property, which you can't get rid of for several years. So let's say that you do qualify for these assistance programs or an assistance program. That just means you qualify for the assistance. This has nothing to do with your actual loan qualification. You have to use it in conjunction. You still have to qualify for a mortgage loan in order to use the down payment assistance. Here's where it starts to get tricky. Your mortgage financing options begin to diminish considerably. Keep in mind that the assistance is just that, an assist to cover your down payment and closing costs. You still have to use it in conjunction with a lender, and only a handful of lenders actually will allow you to use down payment assistance. So not only are you restricted by your income to qualify, the property has to be suitable, and then the type of loan you will qualify for is considered a higher risk mortgage with high long-term costs. In the end, you find yourself with higher mortgage payments, higher interest rates, higher closing costs, much longer closing times, and more importantly, sellers who are less likely to take an offer because you're using down payment assistance. And in this market, the last thing you want is for a seller to decline you because of your financing. There almost always are restrictions on the location, loan limits, and the home value or price limits. These programs do not include upfront fees like the appraisal or the inspection or some of your other closing costs. And many of these programs require you to live in the home for a time period or require you to pay back that granted amount if you move before that. So all in all, first-time homebuyer programs, these down payment assistance and closing cost programs, are not always as wonderful as they're cracked up to be. A much better alternative is to have your realtor, that would be me, negotiate a contract that allows for your seller to pay your closing costs and then get creative with your down payment. So watch my video, How Much Down Payment Do I Need? So you can see that down payment is really not much more than first and last month's rent. So if you'd like to see if you do qualify for down payment assistance, you can download my guide to down payment assistance programs in Texas to see where to apply for these programs, to first see if you even qualify or you're in the ballpark for qualifying. There are also lots of lending programs that are geared towards first-time home buyers that have nothing to do with down payment assistance that we offer with minimal down payments and very, very low interest rates. So watch my video, Various Loan Types, to find out what you might qualify for. For now, if you're thinking of buying your first home, don't let a very small down payment be the thing that keeps you from achieving this American dream. There are lots of ways to create it. If you have any questions, please, as always, don't hesitate to call me or drop me a text message. As always, y'all come back now, you hear?